Back between games 1 and 2 in the game 1 stats, lots of errors by two of the best hitting teams in the country, lots of blocks by two of the best blocking teams in the country.
Well, this is amazing to see these low in numbers. The kill percentages for these two teams normally hover around 300, but look at when they go toe-to-toe and the big blocks come into play. They're both hitting under 200. Blocks at 7 apiece. We're seeing an amazing net game tonight. All the 6-footers really going at it toe-to-toe, eyeball to eyeball.
Also, look at the digs, Chris. Hawaii normally gets 14 a game. They get 17 there. BYU normally gets about 14. They get 18. So a lot of balls having to be dug because of all the blocking and everything.
Another story of game number 1 on the statistical side. Corey Rogers, the All-American, hitting negative right now. 3 kills, 4 errors. She's number 7. We called her as being one of the key players in this game, and she started out okay and has suffered since then, hitting a lot into the Hawaii block.
Well, when Hawaii beat BYU, she hit only 233 in Hawaii, or rather in Provo, and then she was up to 303, and she hits 350 on the year, so she's going to have to get untracked here.
I'm sure she will, being the All-American and national team player that she is. On the other hand, Heather Bowen hits 455 in game 1. Bow fans got to be happy about the good start that Heather got off to.
Now, the only Bow with some respectable numbers there in game 1. So we start all over in game 2. And a roof to start it off, Puikkonen. And Puikkonen also had a terrible first game numbers-wise. She hit negative, although she was part of 4 blocks. A serve.
Veronica Lima was due to get one of those. She's been serving the ball so well in games 1 and 2. BYU has been dodging aces like bullets.
Lima had an ace last night. She gets her 30th ace of the season right there. Off the block and it lands just wide. Look, there's very few balls just get through, you know? Something always gets touched. Good pass up front. Hubbard goes back. Roberts off the blocks. 3 rainbows on the floor for that ball. Hubbard just pops it over. Puikkonen overpassed it and gets a break. You know, you're not a freshman by the time you get to late November, but Puikkonen with a couple of those overpasses, and she caught a break that time.
Look at Annalena Smith, the setter, go up and just out-joust Heather Bowen.
1-1. Bowen, not a clean swing. Outside, York can't get a swing either. Hawaii, BYU wanted her over the net. Now a free ball. A lot of patty cake going on here. And Roberts puts it down. And Elaine Michaelis up off the bench saying, come on, that ball was not over when Hawaii pushed it back. You take a look.
Don't see Elaine Michaelis or her staff getting very, very demonstrative, but they certainly did during that ball. It was a 50-50 ball where it was resting just above the net.
Remember, some part of the ball must be over the net. And BYU did not think so. That ball on the ground. You know, sometimes it's the non-hits that are dropping, Chris, because everybody is so primed for the big swing. That ball off the fingertips, Puikkonen gets the kill. Step out move, Bowen, cross court. What an angle.
Oh, like a rocket.
Oh, what an angle.
The BYU fans, I'm looking at them right now, they are stunned. I don't think they've seen a shot like this. This is a rocket. It's artillery. That'll be licensed for the Army.
Dump over the top and an easy play for Hawaii. Bowen is roofed, kept alive, and then Bowen couldn't recover and knocks it out. Bowen comes in hitting .402 on the season. Roberts at .397. All serve long. Midgley comes in, the senior from Bountiful, Utah. Puts it out. Cross court, off the touch. Not the kind of swing that Carpenter wanted, but when you're that tall, you have lots of options up in the air.
She is tall, 6'4". She's bigger than any block she'll face all year long.
Step out move Lima off the block. It lands wide though. Back to Hawaii. 1-1 in game 2. Hawaii wins the first game 15-12. Roberts checks back in for Wahine Miyashiro. Yort from behind the 3-meter line. Nice swing by Yort. What a play that time. Yort did not have a great opportunity to run up, but like a senior that she is.
No, she did not hit a good pass. It's almost like she made up for it. And she bettered the last, they call it bettering the last ball.
You know, she was all WAC tournament team last year, one of the unsung heroes. Karate steps up and jams it down.
You know, John, as I look into the eyes of the Rainbow Wahine, there's a certain intensity about them. As I look into the eyes of Charlie Wade coming to the gym too, he just sort of nodded today. It's like he had his game face on. They really look like they have their game faces on right now.
Good effort on the dig, but it'll go back to the Cougars. Well, Chris, other than the WAC championship, there's a lot at stake here. There's a national seeding that'll be done tomorrow. And, of course, the better seeded Hawaii is, the better regional they'll get to play in terms of a good opportunity to advance to the Final Four.
And it's generally accepted that whoever wins here is going to get a pretty good seed.
Right, and the loser's probably going to end up in Penn State or Long Beach, is what everyone thinks. The winner will probably end up in either BYU if the Cougars win, or Nebraska or Stanford. And these teams feel that those are teams they can beat.
How about that save by Heather Bowen in the middle of that play to keep the ball alive? And Lustra hitting high hands again. Smart playing by Heidi.
Hawaii checking the rotation. Dave Shoji checking with Sue Lemaire.
There's nothing worse than going back and having the wrong person serve.
It's more than just embarrassing. You'll lose it. Nice back set. Corey Rogers off the block. Lima keeps it in play. Here's Illustre. Off the touch, off the touch. 2-1 Hawaii. This is like a tug-of-war and no side is moving. It took that long for us to get an extra point after a long 1-1 skid.
And like I said before, Hawaii likes their chances if they go through a lot of rotations. I think they have better ball handlers.
Good block that time by Bowen. Outside again, Yort. Blocked again. This time it goes out. Here's Corey Rogers from Poway, California, home of the famous Boyer family. Saw Meredith Boyer setting for UNLV yesterday. And getting it back for Hawaii is Jenny Roberts.
Roberts showing no signs of the headache she was having earlier this morning or the cold that she's fighting off. Looking very strong right there. 4 kills so far, with only 1 error.
Miyashiro, ooh, just long.
Not by much.
No, the stand sheriff center, that dips in because that little breeze that... A little bit long. And coming back is Yort. Another BYU service error.